Let's review how to find the distance between 2 points. There's a graphical approach where if I were asked to find the distance between these 2 points, I would graph them. I would observe that this is the distance that I'm looking for, and that this is, or could be thought of as the hypotenuse of a right triangle that I could construct looking like this. Now that I have my right triangle, I remember the Pythagorean Theorem, where A and B are the lengths of the 2 legs and C is the hypotenuse. So I could do 8 is the horizontal distance and 5 is the vertical. I could now square these numbers and add them together. So I know that the distance between the 2 points, which is the length of the hypotenuse in this right triangle, is the square root of 89 units. So if you have access to graph paper, this is a handy way of figuring out the distance between points. Now let's say that you don't have access to graph paper. And let's say that you'd rather use an algebraic approach for finding the distance between points. The formula that your ebook gives is here for your reference. The first point has to be called x sub 1, y sub 1, using the notation from the formula. The second point is x sub 2, y sub 2. I'll just copy this distance formula down. And this is the expression that I'm going to be substituting values into. So I substitute in my values carefully and I simplify inside the radical. And I'm getting the square root of 64 plus 25, which is the square root of 89. That is the same answer as the previous slide, but just using a formula instead of a graph paper approach.